Welcome to the Up and Summit podcast, a show about what's actually happening across Summit County, Breck, Frisco, Dillon, Silverthorne, Keystone, Copper, and even Blue River and Heaney. That was quite the mouthful, wasn't it? But that's how big Summit County is. My name is Shiro. I'm a longtime Colorado naturalized resident, and I'm a ski bum, mountain biker, and digital marketer.
And I'm Ariel. I'm born and raised local, a business owner. Shout out to Everything Colorado, and a community member.
Awesome. So whether you're a local, visit often, or just passing through, this show is for people who care about the mountain life here in Summit. And if you have any tips, events, or ideas you want to send us a DM. We want to hear from the folks. Probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I switched over to Bibs. Those are my first Bibs I've ever worn. And man, I was in love with them. Thought Bibs were the end all be all. There's never going to be any going back. But recently, I got a pair of snow pants again, just regular snow pants. And I think I like snow pants more. And I think most people will live and die by Bibs. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
I have not worn snow pants in, I think, 4 or 5 years. And I love my bibs. I feel like I like being secure. So that's how they make me feel. But I wonder if maybe it's like because you're a park skier.
Yeah, snow pants or bibs. I still do like bibs when I'm doing touring. So, backcountry skiing, going uphill. It's nice to have the overall aspect when you take your jacket off, because it's going to get hot. It's great to put your beak in there. It's really accessible. But yeah, when I'm doing any resort skiing, I really think pants are better. It's just, I don't like things pulling on my shoulders at all, or like having that feeling. And I don't like the extra thickness you get over your chest from the bibs. I can really feel the straps over my chest, and it honestly feels more constricting than anything, and I don't like that.
What do you think of parachute pants?
I just got my first pair of parachute pants, and while I'm not old, I've been around long enough that I've seen the full cycle of pants. I'm sure most people have, right? When I first got into park skiing in the golden era, it was all about baggy pants, but the parachute pants didn't exist. It just meant that you would essentially size up 1 or 2 sizes and get really big pants.
Yeah.
Especially for me, since I'm short and my legs are extremely short. And then I saw the wave of the skinny pants come through, right? Inspired by some Air Blaster and the snowboard community. And then that kind of went away, and it kind of just became regular but not super baggy. And then the parachute pants have been back in action for 3 or 4 years now, full on.
Yeah.
Where now they're wider and baggier than ever, but they have a cinch with some kind of strap at the bottom so you can secure it. I like it, honestly, because now I can buy pants I can buy smalls, but they're baggy fit, which is awesome.
I agree. I think they look good.
Yeah. And the cinch is the optional part. The more you cinch, the more new wave you are, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So bibs or pants? I wonder what you guys think you like more, but yeah, I'm team pants. Team pants.
Team bibs.
Similarly, I feel like this has kind of been in Reddit for Summit County. Been a lot of, I feel like a lot of deaths, unfortunately, on the hill this year. We're definitely outpacing last year and our average right now, and it's pretty crazy. Obviously, there's no exact science behind this, but a lot of people are speculating it's the lack of snow and icy conditions. So people are going harder on the runs that are open. And maybe with less snow, it's icier, and so the impact is harder. Maybe the runs are more crowded because there's less terrain open. But yeah, it's been a little unfortunate, but that's just what's going on. What are your thoughts on that?
I didn't see the follow-up report there was, I think, 2 deaths at Keystone. Yeah, I feel like I'm not really sure what's going on, but it definitely happens. And it's a good reminder for us to try and be mindful and, be aware that we're doing something that is, it's dangerous. So, try and stay in your control, and you can push yourself, but you always need to do your best to stay in control.
Yeah, I do think all these things are factoring up, and I don't know. I don't think there's enough evidence to show one way or another, but yeah, it's been kind of ramping up a little bit more, which is unfortunate. However, I think because of the low snowpack, there's been less deaths in the backcountry, at least in Colorado this year, which is a good thing, but not for snow. Yeah, other things I want to talk about. I had this kind of hot take the other day, just thinking about one man's junk. If anyone doesn't know what One Man's Junk is, it's a Facebook group called One Man's Junk Summit County. And it's probably the biggest online community for Summit County. Now there's a number 2 as well, but I don't even think the first one's called number 1, but that's the OG one. It has like 50,000 members. I can't remember the exact number, but it has a bunch. And, a lot of people don't even live here anymore in Summit County. And so there's a lot of people who live in Denver who lived here in the past. Maybe there's some people, but it's crazy like how many comments there are and how many posts and discussions there are on a daily basis. And I had this hot take. I feel like One Man's Junk is now more trolls than locals that are active in the communities. It's like more troll based than actual residents now. And it's kind of unfortunate, honestly. I feel like there was good community in that Facebook group, but it's now just clapped out. Like, it's just, by what I mean by that is it's just like blown up too much, and it's just like all these trolls from other areas, and it doesn't feel like the local community thing as much anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to give my perspective on it, I don't go in it anymore because it's scary. It's like, if I have to post something, I will, but you have to be prepared to get just haters on literally anything you post. And I do think that for people that are sensitive to that and just like negative feedback, it's kind of become hard to use because of that. I used to use it more, I used to check it more, and now I just don't really want to.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I try to use it as a source of information for this podcast, and yeah, there's almost too much going on in there and nothing actually that important. That's hard to do that. Again, you have to be in it more frequently for it to use it. But yeah, it's a lot. And man, if you post a rental, I can assure you're going to get a comment about the monthly rent.
Yeah.
A negative comment.
Which, I mean, there's like the Summit Housing Alliance.
That one's good.
Which is honestly a better place to post housing because I think people are in that for that reason, not to like troll people.
It's a really, really good resource. So definitely encourage y'all to use that.
County Housing Connection.
Yeah, that's good. Also, just like, I guess, a Colorado shout out, just a big shout out to Bustang. It's such a cool service that's subsidized by, I think, the government as well. But I use it frequently to go to Denver for work. And it's so awesome. It's such a low price. You don't have to drive, so you don't have to worry about, the weather. Sure, you get stuck in traffic sometimes, but man, it's such a good service. And for those visiting from out of town, if you're really trying to be low budget, Bustang is awesome. I think it's awesome just to like you to Denver to do something. Yeah, just a reminder that it's out there, everyone. It's like $11 a ride or something, $11 or $12 now.
Yeah. And we have the snow stangs. I think like it'd be great if our communities could embrace public transportation more, and for people that want to come and ski and don't want to sit in traffic and like gain a little bit more of your time back, you can go directly from Denver to most of the ski resorts and take the bus, and it has Wi-Fi on it, like you're chilling. Just like Winter Park has the train, which I feel like has been getting a lot of attention, which is really cool. We also have Bustang, and it's pretty great. You can come up here and you could stay the night even, and then take it back the next day, or you could just do it for a day trip. But we're really lucky to have it, so I agree. Everyone should embrace it more.
Yeah, the buses have Wi-Fi too, so it's pretty cool. Just sit back, relax, read a book, scroll Instagram, look at Reddit posts, whatever you fancy. You can do it without driving and all the stress of it. So pretty awesome service that I 100% think it is underutilized in Colorado. Well, I know it's officially March, so spring is around the corner. Ariel, pass things to you to talk about some upcoming events.
Yeah, so spring break is in effect in the mountains, which means there are a lot of events going on. So here are a bunch of things that we have, but there are even more happening, so keep an eye out. So A Basin has their supper club at 6 Alley, March 13th and March 26th. They also have a moonlight dinner at Black Mountain Lodge on April 4th. Copper has Copper Live, which is live music at the end of the ski day on March 14th. And also on March 14th, Shiro's actually participating in this. It's the Red Bull party line. So it's a downhill pump track, and it's a skier competition and snowboarder competition. It has 32 skiers and 32 snowboarders, and I feel like it's going to be really fun. Also, they have an opera event after at 3:30. And when Red Bull came to Copper last March, that was my favorite day. So we're going to be there, and I'm really excited for this. Everyone loves a Red Bull party. They also have, Copper has a Airy Sunset ski series, which is March 15th and March 21st, where you can go up and enjoy a chef-curated meal, a complimentary drink, and live music, and then you can ski down after sunset. So you get to enjoy the alpenglow on top of the mountains. So the pink mountain tops and some food and drink. See, it's $150 a person, but this event has kids ski and eat for free. So you get one free kids ticket, with each adult ticket. So that, that helps with that quite a bit. In Frisco on March 14th, they have Park After Dark, which is a silent disco at the Frisco Historic Park from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. That's family friendly. And don't forget wax nights at Highside for free ski and snowboard waxing from 5 to 8 p.m. put on by Snow for Life. In Keystone, they have the Rocky Mountain Country Fest March 14th at 5:45 p.m. They also have Peaks and Beats March 20th to 22nd, which is live music, very spring break vibes in River Run Village. And they have their Snow Fort After Dark, which is music on top of the mountain, elevated night skiing, and that is March 13th, March 28th. In Breck, on March 16th, there's an uphill ski meetup hosted by RMU Breck and Raw and Rebellious. So I went to the last one in February, and it is a great way to meet local community members and just get to know other people, especially if you are a remote worker and you're looking for friends. These are people, everyone I talked to had been here for more than 8 years, which is hard to find. So these are people that are really rooted in the community. So I take my hat off to them. And then, of course, Opry every Friday and Saturday at T-Bar on Peak 8, and the Maggie music series every Saturday from 3 to 6, and that's a family-friendly version. In Silverthorne, something that we love and I'm not so good at, but there is karaoke at the Block Saturday, March 14th at 6:30 p.m. And that's it for the events.
Woohoo, that's awesome. That was a mouthful, but yeah, there's a lot going on. I didn't even know all these things were going on.
There's even more. There's more.
Yeah, really oriented towards March, spring break, and spring. It's pretty cool. Do you have any business updates for us, local community business updates?
Yeah. So we have a few new business updates. So Peak HRT opened in Silverthorne, and they offer IV therapy, hormone optimization to help you perform better at altitude. So these can be for locals that want better performance or some of those therapies, but they can also be for people that are visiting that are maybe struggling with the altitude or maybe a little bit more hungover than they had hoped. So definitely check this out. It's locally owned and operated. It looks really beautiful in there. And next, the Chalet Cocktail Bar is now open in Breck, RIP Brooklands, because it's in their spot. However, I have actually heard a lot of good things. So it sounds like they've made it a vibe in there. And according to them, the opera never ends. So check it out.
Remember, you got to operate after you ski, though. Or go snowshoeing or do something.
Yeah. That's all I have.
That's awesome. Maybe I will go check it out. It's a little sad Brooklands is closed because that was the peak heydays of my era. The Brooklands was the spot. But one thing in life that's constant is change. So all good. But man, this is really exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let us know if you think we've missed something. We want to hear from the community, so shoot us a DM. Thank you so much.
Have a great spring break. Woo! No rules.